Even like a personal training perspective, like if somebody like for me example, right, like having some foot and Achilles stuff, like being able to prevent, you know, like their progress or like help with their progression or like talk about like managing their workload before it gets more serious, like there's definitely okay, yeah, like this person was hurt and we got to work back to like healthy and through that progression, but also like being able to from a personal training perspective like prevent some of that, like okay, let's taper off, like let's not make this let's not bring this injury all the way there. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Mhm.
bring it back. Let's, nick it in the butt before it's bad. I think like that's going to be really helpful too from the personal training side of things.
Yeah, yeah, both preventative and post. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of benefit from personal training. I think it helps people stick to what they were doing in physical therapy that help them get better and continue to prevent further injuries. But yeah, beforehand, before that injury even comes about, maybe something's feeling off. Maybe they're just want to be preventative. I think there's value in having a physical therapist that's also a personal trainer to help you
Yeah.
to stay from getting to that place where you need therapy.
I feel I feel like so many people just like, well, and it's fine, like work out on their own, you know what I mean? Or like do their own thing, or they find something
Mhm.
on YouTube or TikTok or online and they go through it. Or maybe there's like a workout facility where that's what they do, right? Like that person is just doing like the workouts, but maybe don't have the background into like the actual, or, anatomy or the physiology of like what's really going on. And people just push through it. And that's when something worse happens. But like I said, just having a personal trainer that's got a PT background and schooling, I feel like that's just a huge advantage to the people that you work with, and is different than a lot of the people that are out there working out at Anytime Fitness or what's the one across the street, like the CrossFit places, or you know what I mean, like all
Yeah.
these different workout facilities that exist and have good people leading them with good energy, and I'm sure they're good workouts, but I'm sure a lot of those people that are older, in their 30s or 40s or 50s and are trying to stay healthy have different things that are bothering them, like we talked about Jody and her shoulder, and like there's just I feel like if you're working out hard and pushing yourself, like you're going to have things that flare up. And like you said, having a resource to, take care of that and back off for a while and, maybe not push the limits and leave some in the tank for a little while is probably a good thing. So I think that'll be really good.
Yeah, and even in the running perspective, maybe it's just getting your stride dialed, your cadence dialed, help you with breathing, help you with form, just stuff like that to get you going if you want to get started, just to prevent anything from happening. Maybe it's a one time a week thing, one time a month thing. Maybe it's just a single
Yeah.
class, but just to have that integration to get you into an activity. Because yeah, with someone like you, Brandon, you were full time D1 athlete, and then take a little break and then come back into it. You kind of want to go back into the intensity that you were as a D1 athlete. Like it's hard to pull the
Yeah.
reins back, and it's different. Like we're not that full time. We haven't
Yeah.
been training like that, so it's hard to pull that intensity back to like where am I at right now, and
Yeah.
what kind of load can my body withstand right now. So I think that part it just helps with load management and making sure you're doing the right things. But
But I think that's really common, like, especially because you guys are tailoring to former athletes. Like, that's kind of the niche that, we've decided to focus on. And it's a competitive bunch. I'm
Mhm.
competitive and I know what I've done. I know like what my body's been capable of, but um, whether they take time off or like regardless of their circumstance, they're probably not in as good a shape or as young as they were when they were competing. And so that comes with the other side of it, right? And injuries and pain and stuff like that, and just movement patterns and warm up stuff and stretching afterwards and like all these things that maybe you didn't realize how much time you put into it